Tamera is a peace research village in the south of Portugal. 180 people live, work, and study in this model for peaceful cohabitation of people, nature, and animals. Tamera is also an international training center, an experimental site for the development of peace research villages worldwide. The project was started in 1995 by three founders: sociologist and psychoanalyst Dieter Doom, theologian Sabine Lichtenfels, and physicist and musician Rainer Ehrenpreis.
Ein schönes Bild für Tamera, und das werden wir auch erreichen. Das ist eine...
My most beautiful vision of Tamera, and we will certainly achieve it, is to build a model settlement where a few hundred people live together in peace, within themselves, with their neighbors, and eventually with the entire world. And then, having realized the model here, we can bring this example out into crisis areas of the world as well.
Dann ist der Gedanke, dass wir dieses Modell nicht nur hier realisieren, sondern dass wir dieses Modell auch vor allem in Krisengebiete der Erde bringen.
Es gehört zu den Grundgedanken des Projektes, dass nur die Dinge wirklich...
The founding philosophy of Tamera says that only those things which we can imagine can become reality. Albert Einstein said, "What we can think, we can do." It's a very deep sentence.
Was wir denken können, das können wir auch machen. Ein ganz tiefer Satz.
Das andere, wofür Tamera ganz wichtig steht, ist, eine Ausbildungsstätte zu sein.
Another important function of Tamera is education. We are building an alternative university because so many people want to know, how does Tamera work? How have you done it? Can we also do that? If we try it, will we have your support? And so on. So Tamera does not exist alone. There is a worldwide network. Curious people come from all over the world and are inspired by having the opportunity to study and live here, to develop a sense of what it means to live in community.
Und lernen können, auch ein Gefühl dafür kriegen, was heißt es, in Gemeinschaft zu leben.
In Tamera, the community is organized into working groups called pylons, which is an architectural term for a structure or place where supporting parts meet. Each pylon coordinates the activities of its work. The pylon called Grace is responsible for the interaction with and the welcoming of the guest and for the community's political networking. Another pylon is the Solar Village, where technology and architecture are developed and combined with nature in a holistic, life-supporting way. The working group responsible for the place of the children supports the unfolding of the creative power of the youngest residents. Each pylon has a group leader. The leaders of all the pylons form the community council. In this way, the information exchange between the working groups within Tamera is assured, and even important decisions can be made quickly and easily. In some areas of the community work, such as financing and building, the members of the working team are elected by the community. The Women's Council acts to resolve the personal and interpersonal challenges and some questions of the community.
Raum von oder eine Gruppe von weisen Frauen,
The Women's Council is a group of women interested in social and healing issues. A person who feels moved to seek counsel from the women can go to speak with them and ask them to reflect on their issue. It is a space where there is perspective on the complexity of community and how people exist on inner and outer levels, how they interact with themselves and with outer circumstances. These women consider how it is with the individuals. What do they need? This is a rough description.
So, in die Richtung, als grobe Umschreibung.
The Austrian permaculture specialist, Sepp Holzer, comes often to Tamera to plan and create the community's edible landscape and lakes and to teach the principles of permaculture to guest students. An important working group of Tamera that is still under development is the Solar Village.
Wir sitzen jetzt hier in dem Testfeld für das geplante Solar Village.
Here we sit in the test field of the future solar village. Since 2004, we've been working together with Jürgen Kleinwächter, a pioneer in decentralized solar technology that can be built simply, that is not dependent on big companies. We always say that the solar village is a model inside a model, since Tamera itself is like a big creative womb for the foundation of models for a peaceful culture.
Für den Frieden, für eine friedliche Kultur.
For the residents of Tamera's peaceful culture, the loving treatment of their children is a matter of course. An alternative school lies in the heart of the place of the children, where multifaceted projects provide the children with opportunities to acquire many important skills.
Wir arbeiten quasi an einem anderen Konzept, jetzt mal für Schule.
We are working on a different concept for school. Of course, we are teaching all the important subjects, but not in the usual chronological way where each subject is taught separately for an hour each day. All the important subjects are learned in the context of doing projects on themes that the students have chosen.
The children of Tamera's school have written and produced a theater play. Originally written in German, the children's vision included performing it in English and in Portuguese. So they learned these languages, translated the play, and have performed it in several European countries.
An angel talked to me. He gave me the answer to the riddle. If we transform ourselves, we will transform the world. We have to create places where the people don't have to lie anymore.
One of the most important foci of Tamera is peace work between Israel and Palestine.
Wir gehen jedes Jahr dahin. Wir haben Friedenscamps zwischen Israelis und Palästinensern in Tamera gehabt.
We go to Israel and Palestine every year, and we have peace camps between Israelis and Palestinians in Tamera. We are building a core group to explore whether models like Tamera can make a real difference in a crisis area. The thought is not to do that everywhere, that all people have to start to live as we do, but to see whether one model of this form, with its depth of peace work, can make a difference in a region like the Middle East. And on the other hand, what we call inner development can be seen, especially in crisis areas. It is one thing to be at peace at home on our meditation cushion, and another thing when we meet up with soldiers while walking along the wall in Israel-Palestine in real life. How effective is the peace work then? That is the moment when war can arise even in peace workers, because the soldiers in the uniforms are seen to be the guilty ones. Experiences like this show how important it is for a project that goes deep into the inner topics to also be very real and concrete in crisis areas. The peace work in Colombia and Israel-Palestine is for me a central part of Tamera.
Israel-Palästina ist für mich ein richtig zentraler Bestandteil von Tamera.
Itit from Israel and Mustafa from Palestine are peace students in Tamera.
I can see the connection between my love to a German man as a political issue also. It's not only about me and him, it's also to do with, like I said, a chain of generations. Or if I have more and more strong friendship with Mustafa and trust with him on a heart level, it creates a new imprint. And it's not by ideology, I need to do it or I will do it. It's just coming from a truthful way. And then we can really see each other in a human way, in a heart way. And for me, this creates healing, not only in the personal level, also in the bigger picture.
Healing work is also done in Tamera with horses who are considered to be intelligent, sentient beings.
Wir reiten hier ohne Gebiss und ohne Sattel und versuchen immer mehr.
Here we ride without bridles and without saddles. We try to work with the understanding that the horses are also conscious spiritual beings who actively seek contact with people and who would like to be helpers. I have seen countless examples of this, of horses who know what a certain human needs and who move appropriately and sensitively to help people to overcome trauma or reopen their hearts. This kind of peaceful willingness to serve is an amazing, true characteristic of the horse.
Diese Art von friedlicher Dienstbereitschaft, die ist einfach eine unglaublich großartige Eigenschaft von den Pferden.
Guests are invited to help with the olive harvest that happens every year, starting in October. It's a good opportunity for interested people to get to know the community. Marcus from Germany participated in this year's olive harvest.
Es ist wirklich eine einmalige, ich kann das so mit Worten gar kaum fassen, aber es ist eine einmalige Erfahrung eigentlich, eine einmalige Sache.
Being here is a very unique experience that I can hardly express with words, and which I know will continue to affect me further in my life, even when I go home, and even after I am home for a long while. It is a place that simply changes people. I am very conscious of the depth of this change in me. I will continue to explore the subjects of ecology, community, and their social interactions. My wish is to keep these thoughts alive and create new possibilities of living.
On Sundays during the season of the olives, the entire community of Tamera gathers in the groves to help with the harvest and to celebrate.
One ocean lapping on the shore.